Hey guys, John Lilla here. I'm going to show you how to install 10mm extended ARP wheel studs and the Z1 15mm wheel spacers. I have to use an aftermarket socket. The front caliper bolts on these are 19mm. Put these to the side so you don't lose them. On all brake calipers, it's highly recommended to do what I'm doing and use a bungee cord or some sort of device to hang the caliper, so that way you do not risk stretching the brake line. We're going to support this. There we are. Remove upcentric wheel ring, my brake rotor, These are the wheel studs. There's this guy right here. We're going to use this to smack the wheel stud with a hammer. This gives us the space to. The other thing we're going to do is resurface all this rust off to get the metal off. And we will be doing the same thing with the back and the front of the rotor. These are the extended wheel studs I will be using. They are significantly longer to accommodate for the Z1 Motorsports 15mm wheel spacer. From what I've seen, all of Nissan's wheel bores are 66.1 millimeters, which is what this spacer supports. I have already done it to the passenger side. I think it looks pretty good. So now it's time to do the driver's side. So get your hammer, get this lined up. So, and that pops right out. What we are going to do that I should have done in the first place is we are going to punch out all of these wheel studs first. So that way I can go ahead and resurface the entire bearing. So sometimes when you take the hammer to hit the wheel stud, you're going to miss and hit this lip. On the other side, the wheel spacer did not fit because I accidentally lifted part of the lip for the bore and the spacer would not go on. So I had to resurface that in order to get the spacer on because it's a very tight fit. So we're going to rectify my mistake and I will show you guys the best way possible. This is just me slapping these out, so you don't need to see that 5 times. All the wheel studs are out. I saved the OEM ones for just in case. I'm going to use this guy here to resurface this whole mating surface. Alright, I have resurfaced that whole mating surface and I made sure the spacer actually fits on this. I'm going to take this guy now, line the hole up with that notch, put it through there. A tool I made for this is I took a lug nut that I know threads onto that and I cut the back of this off so the stud can go all the way through. I'm going to use that impact to drive this on. Where is the, there it is. This guy you use specifically for this purpose. Gonna get loud. And they are installed now. The only thing you have to worry about with what I did, I would highly recommend getting the correct tool if possible, is the threads here actually broke off and remained on the lug stud, thank God, so I could just thread them off. But the threads on this shitted themselves. So if you could find the actual tool to do this, I highly recommend it. You don't really need to see me watch me do this 4 more times, so I'll be back in a bit. Reassembling the hub assembly. Something I always do with rotors if I ever touch them or resurface them is I will put it on backwards, spray off the back. After the back's sprayed off, I'll flip it around where it's supposed to be. Oh, there we go. Spray off the front and call that good. Now it's time to take, where is it? Your caliper bolt and go ahead and put the calipers on. Switch to 21 mil, which I use to zip the lug studs on. Now with your 19 mil, always use a lubricant whenever you are applying the caliper bolt threads, so that way they go on and come back off easier. Those are my stainless steel braided brake lines, my DC racing coilovers, and my massive adjustable end links. Z1 spacer, ignore the oil and grease. That goes right on. Take your hub-centric wheel ring if you need one. In my case, I do. Audio. That didn't work out as planned, but wheels back on. I think it looks pretty damn good. Should be pretty flush. I'll get this on the ground and we'll see how it looks. All right, guys, she's on the ground and this is the finished product. I think it looks pretty good. Hey, what you guys think? I just hope she doesn't rub. She hasn't been yet, so I'm hoping to keep her that way. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. So, I'm actually having trouble getting my fingers inside a little bit, so I think it's flush now.